Bitcoin is going up, up and away. As you can clearly see here, it is very, very, very bullish in, wait a minute, you're saying, Barry, that doesn't look bullish to me at all. What you talking about, Willis? It looks to me like it's going down. So first of all, let's look at what we're looking at here. This is the iShares Bitcoin Trust. So this is the ETF. ETFs launched earlier this year. It was a big, huge deal. And a lot of people thought, oh, this is going to explode Bitcoin. And it still could. It still could. The problem always with amateur traders is timing. So back when this was going to happen, I got in before the ETFs even came out. So I invested in the Grayscale Trust. It wasn't an ETF. It was a trust, and I could get it at a very, very deep discount. I created a video by the way, on YouTube about this. So you could have done the same thing. So then when the ETFs were announced, that's the news. So you know the old thing, buy the rumor, sell the news. However, there's an undercurrent here. So when I say that it's going up, I'm talking about the undercurrent. This announcement from Morgan Stanley is huge, because again, when I talk about bullishness, I'm talking about there is a current underneath this. So yes, price action is down right now, but there's bullish things happening. And this is one of them. Morgan Stanley tells its wealth advisors they can pitch Bitcoin ETFs, and it's a first for a big bank. And look at this. Morgan Stanley on Friday told its army of financial advisors that allow them soon to offer Bitcoin ETFs to some clients. And it starts August 7th. So this is right around the corner. So again, remember, Morgan Stanley is huge. So everything in the markets is about supply and demand. And this is going to be able to bring huge inflows of cash that can bring in tremendous demand. And a lot of people want to have a part of their portfolio in Bitcoin as a hedge, at least as a hedge, and to have some participation in it because it's a ginormous market. So when we talk about cash flow, we want to look at who owns Bitcoin, right? And so first of all, one of the most important things that a lot of people don't realize is that the United States government holds a whole heck of a lot of Bitcoin. And so do other big countries. So here you go. According to Arkham, U.S. government holds 212,847 Bitcoin. And the UK and Germany hold 61,000, almost 50,000 respectively. That's a lot. Okay. That is a whole heck of a lot. So the question you have to ask yourself is, well, wait a minute, if these countries own that much Bitcoin, they have a financial investment, right? They have a financial interest in that Bitcoin. And do you think they're going to just let it go down? It's just like the US dollar. They have a financial interest in manipulating. Well, I don't know. We shouldn't use the word manipulating. But with interest rates and so forth, there is a vested interest there in working with the powers that be to handle the economy. And Bitcoin has become a decent part, let's just say a significant part of the economy, one that is not so small anymore. So let me show you what I'm talking about there, by the way. So again, in government terms, this may not seem like a whole heck of a lot, but let's put it in dollars. So according to the data, the U.S. government, biggest Bitcoin whale. All right. And so at current prices, that equates to about $15 billion. $15 billion. Still, it's like Warren Buffett said, $1 billion here, $1 billion there. Pretty soon you're talking real money. So yes, the U.S. government owns a lot of Bitcoin, billions and billions and billions of dollars. But now the next question is, what's the trajectory? Are they getting more or are they getting rid of it? Are they selling it? What's the supply-demand situation here? So it goes on to say, by the way, this is Cointelegraph. Let's make sure that we give credit where credit is due. And yeah, the U.S. Continues to accumulate Bitcoin. So since early 2023, the U.S. government has added 5,000 Bitcoin. Now, where do they get this Bitcoin? Okay, so we got to be realistic here. And as it says, it's not necessarily that the country is just going out and buying it because it thinks it's a great investment. A lot of it is coming from confiscation related to the dark web and criminals and hackers and so forth, like that. There is a wave in the government that is looking to actually accumulate more Bitcoin. All right, so here we go. And this is Coindesk.com. And let's see here, Senator from Wyoming, is putting forth a bill that would set aside the country's existing holding, but then add to it until the U.S. builds to 1 million Bitcoins. And it would be required to hold on to it for 20 years. And it could be used to pay for, during that time period, is paying down our country's national debt. So in here you see with Bitcoin.com news that there's the article, Trump suggests paying off 35 trillion national debt with Bitcoin. So obviously now we're talking $35 trillion. So makes the billions we were talking about just, it puts it in the shadow. So there's a plan that could be put into place in order to hold the Bitcoin and use it to pay off the national debt. Very creative, very interesting. Now, as far as inflows and outflows, let's look at the ETFs here. And as you can see, this is heyapollo.com. In ETF Bitcoin, now this again is just for the ETFs, not for actual Bitcoin. So way down, right? Way really bad. Outflows, not inflows. And so that looks horrible, and it is no bueno. But if we come down here and we look at the daily and cumulative net ETF flows, you'll see that we still have a trend. The trend is still up. So if you just kind of look at higher highs, okay, then it consolidates, makes higher highs again, consolidates, higher highs again. Okay, and there's our negative 0.37. Not the worst that we've had. There's been other days that have been worse. So always take in the big picture. And this is where a lot of amateurs get stuck, as they look at just a little picture of the news today and get freaked out. So the big picture is still good. So I'm very interested in getting your input, because I know some of you are really crypto experts out there. Others of you have very strong opinions. Please put it down in the comments. Let's get a little discussion going about this. I would love to hear more of what you have to say. I have very strong opinions about this, and I'm putting my money where my mouth is and have been for years. And by the way, as I mentioned before, this is just big picture stuff, right? This is meta patterns. So if you want to get the timing indicator that I use, and I use this for crypto as well. I use this for trading Bitcoin, Ethereum, and even altcoins. Just go to indicatorwebinar.com. I give away the indicator for free. I give away how to teach or how to use it. That's why it's a recorded webinar, so that you get the education with the indicator as well. So you become a self-empowered trader, and you can actually use this in your trading rather than just me giving you an indicator and you being blind with it, not knowing how to trade it. But again, 100% free, both the indicator and the tutorial. So go ahead, check that out, and I'll see you on the other side.